is helping Bola Tinubu to win the election.
You know, he said he's challenging Mbafo. So bikono rap Mbafo. Obala asele jebena afia.
English is that.
You know what? Mbafo is those local gossips. That's why you hear Mbeke Mbafo. Local gossips. So he said he is Mbafo, meaning the son of a local gossip. So allow him to continue his gossip in our market.
As a governor of the state.
That is because he reduced himself to scavenging on the excreta of the social media.
Doesn't he have the right to express his opinion?
His opinion,
about the state of the race.
His opinion
you
must
can
be
as well say that your candidate will win against the other candidate. That's you have a right and the freedom to express your opinion.
Even the problem. The problem, when you were questioning him, was he said investment meant nothing. We're not talking about, that was what generated the issue.
What if that is the case?
No, it is not the case, because in his own letter, in paragraph 14, 15, 16, he was eulogizing his own investment. How can your own investment be good and another person's investment is bad? That's political witch hunt. That is double standards. That's lacking in character. That is lacking in wisdom. He's a man in search of character, in lack of character and in lack of wisdom, by a professor, or his name or her name is Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Let's wrap up now, and in just about 15 or 10 seconds. If you look at how your candidate, I'm very sure that you're already sitting and analyzing how he's going to win. If you're analyzing how Peter Obi is going to win this election, by what margin and where do you think he will put the surprise?
Oh, well, like I said, he's becoming a phenomenon. He's becoming the Nigerian candidate. When I sat here and told you we have all the structures, people were saying that I was just jiving. Today is no longer a jive. The whole Muslims are with them. Yes, because the whole Muslims cannot understand why a Tinubu can no longer even cognitively align his thoughts to make coherent sense. Would you want such a man who is blah, blah, Buhari, church rat, eating unpoisoned Holy Communion? God bless PDAPC, a non-existent party. Would you want such a man who has become a food for comedians and creating comic relief to stand shoulder by shoulder to other presidents in the world? No, it is not acceptable.
Well, the candidate has been going to churches.
Yes.
And those who are criticized there and said, look, this is what we're talking about. Those who are using the churchy and the mosque and the ethnic tools and those kind of tools to impress the people. Should we use those kind of tools anyways in our politics?
My candidate is not using any tool. He's a Christian. So he goes to churches. Dati Baba Ahmed is a Muslim. He goes to mosques. We are everywhere. Who will go to the church in APC? That is the whole idea of participation, involvement, giving people a sense of belonging.
Should you be using the church platforms to preach for your party or your candidacy?
No.
That's the question.
You go to your church. And that when he goes to church,
I'm asking
he goes to worship God.
I mean, because equity, I mean, you have explained that tonight, that you don't think that ethnicity and religion should be brought into our politics. But the question is that your candidate is seen going to churches also. Should we be using these religious platforms at all for any form of politicking?
Well, you're missing the point. Democracy is a representative government. Christians should be represented. Muslims should be represented in accordance with our constitution, that you don't leave anybody behind. P2B goes to church to worship God, does not go to church to campaign for politics. Just like Dati Ahmed goes to mosque to worship God. And that is the beauty of participation. So everybody should be actively integrated according to the constitution of Nigeria. So in politics, it's about representation. Then going to church is about worshiping God. In APC, nobody will go to church. In the presidency, to worship God, unfortunately. And it's unacceptable to Nigeria. The Nigerian constitution, the Nigerian people. And the Northern Christians are rightly rejecting that ticket. And not just the Northern Christians, even the Northern Muslims. Because in Islam, the worship of God, there are 4 reasons for the writing of the Quran, but I'll just take one. which is the promulgation of the worship of God and essentials of justice. In Islam, it is not allowed that you should denigrate or destroy the integrity of any religion or any party. In any multinational, multi-religious society, Islam welcomes justice. No true Muslim will support APC Muslim ticket. And you can quote me. Let me tell you, the greatest undoing of the APC candidate is in his unguided and unsalutary method of trying to play God. Remember, we talk about the Lord of Bodleian, and he has an uncanny relationship with the king of Babylon, the city of corruption. Recall that Nebuchadnezzar said that he built the hanging gardens of Babylon, not God. And God warned him, be humble and give respect to me, and he refused. And God struck him and he became a human monkey. This is a presidential candidate who is arrogating to himself that he is God. He said, I single-handedly made Buhari president. That's a blasphemy in Quran and in Christianity. That was the first time he fell out with Babachiri Lawal. Babachiri Lawal said, don't play God. You are arrogant. And that was what fell out between him and Rauf Aregbesola Ogbeni, who said, you are playing God. And it is not supposed to be so. Remember what Rauf said when the Osun election was concluded. He was abroad. And he said, he quoted the Bible. All powers are ordained by God. And he giveth it to whoever he wishes, including the business of men. But look at Bola Tinubu claiming that he is God. Whoever votes for Bola Tinubu is not a true Christian or a true Muslim, because he has blasphemed the Quran and blasphemed the Bible. In Quran, they said, all powers belong to Allah, and Allah giveth it to whomsoever he wishes. If President Buhari supports Bola Tinubu, he is not a true Muslim. Because Bola Tinubu has said he single-handedly made Buhari president, which is a blasphemy in Islam. That is what is killing them. They don't have respect for people. Babachiri Lawal told you that Tinubu is already feeling that he is the president because he is playing God. In the whole Yoruba land, he said it is his turn when it comes to Yoruba land. Who told him that? Ayo Adebanjo, the revered leader of Afenifere, was in Ibadan, the capital of the Southwest, to tell the Southwest that Peter Obi is the next president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So wherever you go to, in any pool you want to describe, Peter Obi is the chosen person because he's a man of character, capacity, and competence. And his candidacy is built on a foundation of equity, fairness, and justice.